Hello folks, in today's video we are going to dive into the purchase, unboxing and testing of my new lights. I find myself needing to replace the entire lighting setup over my Red C300 tank, and I want to share this journey with you. So you can call this a review or a test. Either way, I purchased these lights on my own, and this isn't sponsored content, just to be clear. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I use T5 fluorescent tubes combined with an LED panel for my aquarium. T5s are an excellent, tried and true technology for growing corals. They are practically foolproof. They offer a superb spectrum, good dispersion, and the necessary intensity depending on the number of tubes over the tank. You can just set them up, turn them on, and they just work great. They are also relatively cost effective initially, though replacing the tubes annually does add the ongoing expenses. Along with tubes, I've been using a budget friendly LED panel from Pobloom, which I got from an older setup. The panel was about 6 years old, and in fact it only worked as an addition to the fluorescence tubes. In the last 6 months I felt like I need to either upgrade to a more extensive T5 system or to add a new LED light for better results. But then the EU ban on T5 lights pushed me to buy a complete LED solution. Over the years, I've had the chance to experiment with or observe LED lights from brands like Kessel, Hydra and Z-Light. While they are mostly excellent, most were either beyond my budget this time or they had other issues that kind of bothered me. I've also tried cheap LED panels from China, and while I've been fairly happy with Pobloom, I wanted light more suited for SPS corals with a good shimmering effect and possibility to use it for larger tanks in the future, maybe. So I spent some time on internet for reviews, trying to find the best solution for me. And just to give you an idea, here are the features I wanted. First, adjustable spectrum and timing via an app. Second, sufficient power for the majority of my SPS corals. Third, excellent light dispersion without the disco effect. The best value within my requirements. And 5, a modular design that can be expanded upon, because I'm not a fan of relying on one large light source, as its failure means the whole tank goes dark. So these were my 5 points what I wanted to achieve. Long story short, after several weeks of research, I decided to give a chance to relatively unknown light from Chinese manufacturer Noopsyche, which had garnered positive reviews and experiences from other aquarists. Whether it was a good decision, you'll soon find out. At this point, I've been using the lights for nearly 3 months and plan to do a follow-up update in about a year, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss this update. I ended up purchasing 3 Noopsyche K7 PRO III lights. Reviews promised great colors and excellent performance, which for a price of just about €500 for a total of 420 watts seemed promising to me. So I was looking forward to get the package. And for those interested in unboxing, here is a quick rundown. The packaging was adequate, nothing rattling, nothing missing, and the lights felt well made upon first handling. They are plastic, of course, but the construction seems solid. I also bought a mounting bracket for the lights since I plan to install them into the hood. Upon installation, I managed to pair them successfully as per the instructions. The app works, though it could use better graphics, but that's a small thing. The lights also offer the option to connect to your Wi-Fi, which I haven't experimented with yet, but you can play around with it. As I mentioned earlier, I hung the lights in the hood above the aquarium. I used a threaded rod and wing nuts, which allow for precise height adjustments above the water surface with the flexibility to raise or lower the lights as needed. To configure the lights, I used a parameter, setting them to roughly emulate the performance of the previous setup, and I gradually increased their power, and honestly, their performance impressed me and also scared me a bit. Because if I had installed these powerful lights without measuring the just eyeball the settings, I think I might have fried my SPS corals very soon. Currently, they are running at about 50% power, and I have achieved the desired levels already. I am preparing a video about the light measurement and testing process using the parameter, so stay tuned for that. Additionally, I compared two different brands of parameters for this test, which will be the subject of another upcoming video. So as I've said, don't forget to subscribe so you will not miss it. 3 months after the switch, I can confidently say that I am satisfied. Finding such power and value for a marine aquarium setup is rare, I think. The color output of the lights is exactly what I wanted, even outperforming the original T5 fluorescence in my opinion. The dispersion of light is excellent, though the distance from the water surface certainly plays a role. And I like also the shimmer effect is also amazing. I held off on making this video immediately because I wanted to observe the corals response. So that's why I was waiting for 3 months, and the coral response was very positive. My Styloporas, Seriotoporas and Acroporas have reacted wonderfully to the new lighting. They have gained vibrant colors, something what I was actually struggling with lately, likely due to the aging of LED panel and also the tubes, because they were before the change. For instance, a pink Stylopora that had been stubbornly pale finally took on the vivid hue I remember it has when I bought it. All the colors are more vibrant and healthier looking. Everything is growing well, and the switch of the lights don't have any bad effect on any of them, what makes me happy. To provide a balanced view, there are a few downsides. The main one is the noise from the fans, which turn on and off automatically, and it is noticeable. It's not a problem for me since the tank isn't in a noise-sensitive area, but it's worth to mention if you plan to put the lights to some room where you work all day or something like that, you will notice these fans are working. Also, the app, as I've said, the app interface can be something to improve, but it does the job. So far, that's all I can critique, and time will tell how the lights perform in the long run. So we will see how it works in the next months and years. So that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more in my next video, including the parameter results. Take care, Martin.